All the waste that is collected in Kampala and the surrounding areas is collected and taken to Bugolobi Nakivubo power plant, which is treated and transformed into water for irrigation, fertilizers for farmers to improve on the productivity of their crops, as well as biogas energy, which is used by the plant. The Zambian Accountability Committee, which is in Uganda on an oversight visit to see how Uganda's water system is managed, was amazed at how only one entity can manage the country's water and waste management system. According to the committee chairperson Brian Kambita in Zambia, they have over 11 commercial utilities which manage the water system, but most of them are challenged with electricity since they don't have capacity to manufacture it.
One significant difference that we identified is where the Uganda government has put in place a whole one utility company, of course similar to our situation, because we also have water utility companies running as companies, standalone companies, though they are Parastatals. But here there is a single one which runs the water sector for the whole country. In Zambia, we have 11 commercial utilities, and these commercial utilities are regulated by one body, which we call NWASCO.
Kambita says the Uganda's water management system leverages on the economies of scale, making it affordable to all the people compared to their side, where the 11 commercial utilities determine the cost of water, which sometimes becomes expensive to Zambian people.
In operating in these various forms. One significant advantage we have seen from the Ugandan approach is that you leverage from economies of scale, and also the system in itself subsidizes the poor, in that those who have are able to subsidize those who have not, in that water is provided to the least places where they might not afford to pay at commercial tariffs.
According to Engineer Amayo from National Water and Sewerage Corporation, they would be making more profits if only the 30% of the Kampala people stopped vandalizing water and other equipments like water meters.
The non-revenue water challenge is big. In Kampala, we are not, the non-revenue water goes beyond 30%. We're fighting it. There are people who are adulterating meters. They do all sorts of things. People steal water. So it's a big challenge. It is something which requires us to, as Ugandans, to appreciate that these services involve a cost, and we need a collective effort. If you vandalize our assets, if you steal water, you incapacitate us to provide you good service.
Mahmoud Ultaya, the general manager Kampala, has stressed out that the Bugolobi Nakivubo waste management plant is able to manufacture 70% of its electricity, as well as manufacture fertilizers which they sell to farmers. He says they also treat the water which they send back to Nakivubo channel, and this water is used for irrigation.
What we do basically in National, we collect all the waste, especially human waste, in the city, but across even beyond the city, even those people who have septic tanks, we have cesspool emptiers, or the septic emptiers basically pick the waste from the septic tanks and either dump it here at our plant or even in Lubigi. So what we do is that waste is treated, because by the time we get it, it's not safe to discharge it in the environment. So we have it treated just like you've seen the systems that we have, and by the time we release it in the environment, the quality has significantly been improved, and most of the harmful elements have been removed, and it's basically safe for the environment. But also, on top of that, we try to turn waste into a resource. Our argument is that whatever you look at as waste, it can also be turned into a resource. So what we're doing in National Water is turn the waste into a resource, in that we're able to generate power from the waste we get from the city. So the plant you've seen has the capacity to generate electricity, and right now, like our engineers explained, 70% of the power that runs the plant is coming from the biogas we generate. And then also the other part is that also getting manure or fertilizers from the waste. So we've been selling these fertilizers to farmers, especially who are looking for manure.
The treatment plant of Bugolobi Nakivubo meets the sanitation needs of the city of Kampala. It serves more than 724,000 water subscribers, of which 21,600 are pro-poor public stand posts, whose tariff is subsidized. Samula Hanifah, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.